Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, what's up?
How's it going?
What's up, Justin? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Hanging in there. Trying to
Aren't we all?
get from one day to another. You never know what the next day may bring. We're welcoming Justin Fialko, who was running for sheriff of Will County. I figured that we could bring him on and kind of get his side of what he's running for, what the position is. It's nice to get some information out there for people who are wondering what's happening in Will County, who's running for what position. I mean, obviously, we're open to anybody coming on who wants to come on. We might have another guest eventually down the road for running in either the county board or whatever other positions there are. There's plenty of elections going on right now, but the main election coming up right now is the primary, basically choosing from each party who gets to go for the general election, correct?
Correct. It's going to be on St. Patrick's Day.
St.
March 17th
is the primary, right?
is the primary.
Paul, aren't you on that?
I am on that ballot, yes. I am definitely on the Will County Board District 4 ballot, but it was too late for me to suspend the campaign, so I'm on there. So you can vote for me if you want, but I'm not going to be there regardless because I don't think I'm going to get enough votes for that.
Some good statistics, though, you'll get out of it.
Well, maybe we'll get some. Maybe we'll get some of our Polish people to get out there and drop a vote. We'll see. I mean, I'm hoping anybody who wants to go vote. If you vote for me, great, I appreciate it, but we don't really have a chance at the moment. Maybe next time I'll try a little harder.
Paul, that means you have to give an endorsement to somebody.
I'm not endorsing anybody because at the moment it's not going to work out for me. So let's just leave it at that. But welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to bring you on.
I was just going to mention that we're also here to Justin talk about himself, right?
I mean, talk about himself, talk about the job.
Shoot the, whatever they call it.
Shoot the... We're trying to keep it civil, all right?
For the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So welcome on. Wanted to get a little bit of perspective from you. Give us a little bit of a story, who you are, how you got here, what the job is, what you do now, what you're currently doing. Obviously, you're employed currently with the Will County Sheriff. I don't know what your position currently is.
Is a deputy sheriff.
Deputy Sheriff, okay,
Correct.
so that's awesome. Obviously, maybe some of you guys know this guy. Maybe you guys encountered this guy in the street somewhere.
Maybe you got pulled over by him.
Usually positive interactions.
That's what we're talking about. That's good. That's good.
You see the tall guy walking towards your car, you're like, yeah, we're good.
But before we get going, if you can, Marston, pop the. There we go. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you can. It will help us grow our channel. Like, comment, subscribe,
Share.
and then share. Same thing on our Facebook. We have socials on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I mean,
Look up TBTS show. I'm sure you'll find us on any and every platform, essentially.
Give us a follow. Give us a like. Help us.
Just not Blue Sky.
Keep this going. I don't even know what Blue Sky is, so no idea. But anyway, besides that, let's get to it. So tell us about yourself a little bit. Obviously, give us your backstory.
All right. Well, I'll just start from when I was young. I grew up in Beverly until I was 8 years old. So I used to live at 103rd and Maplewood. So that would be obviously Beverly. So
Don't worry, you get the shakes in the beginning a little bit. Everybody does. It's okay.
Right
I
past
think everybody does.
Yeah, everybody does.
Right past Evergreen, right?
Since this is my first campaign, I'm becoming better at public speaking, but still not 100%.
It's hard.
It's much easier to go into somebody's house when they're having issues and try and control a situation because I know I have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that aspect is easier, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's all right.
We'll work the kinks out.
Listen, we just started just doing this just at a random. So, I mean, we're here kind of with you. We've been
impressive.
I guarantee you if this conversation was happening in front of 1,000 people, it'd be a completely different situation.
We'd be stumbling. I've been mixing my words.
Well, I understand. All right. So ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to be a cop. And all of our friends, we used to be cops and robbers and all that stuff. And I was just always admired the police. I don't know what it was. I could see firemen and I'm like, But anytime I saw a squad car, I was just drawn to it. I don't know what it was. It was just something I always knew since I was little that I wanted to do it.
Okay.
So we ended up moving to Homer Glen in 94, so I was 8 years old. Will County has been always the police for Homer Glen. So they...
Will County Sheriff.
They contract them out because they've never had their own police.
Yeah. Let's give it that way for now.
So I've had, I'd say 99% positive interactions with the Will County Sheriff when I was in Homer. From anything that was, hey, you kids are out too late. Hey, what are you kids doing? And they would stop and say hello. And I love when cops do the community policing. I think that's super important. The interactions that you have with people can change their days in ways that you may never even see.
That makes sense.
I agree with that.
I've always had positive interactions with the police. I had a neighbor that was a Naperville detective, and his main thing that he did is he went after child predators. So that was his main focus. And since I have 2 young girls, that has probably become a lot more important to me now. So I take
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I got 2 girls as
anybody
well.
that's able to perpetrate a crime against a child, I think has a certain evil to them, and they need to be off the street.
Yeah.
And that's what I really want to focus on if I'm able to get the position as sheriff.
That's
But-
a very good, I would say, not perspective, but a very good route to take.
It's a good cause.
It's a good cause. It's
Yeah.
definitely, I 100% agree with you. Like I say, I got 2 little girls. You know, kids are everything that you live for if you have them, right? So,
And the realization is, because who doesn't like money? I came to the point in my life where I'm like, oh, I can't wait to save to give to my kids. I'm like, I want to save and I want to give it to my kids. I'm like, what? It's just such a realization that you're like, you will do anything for your kids. It doesn't matter. You go through fire. It doesn't.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
We
I
had
agree.
this conversation about schools the other day.
Oh, about going into school if there was something going down at a school, if you're going to go in there and, you know, see if you can help. Yeah, we did have that conversation.
Without a doubt.
I guess I could ask you the same question because it's as you know, as a public officer, right? If let's say you weren't in a position you were in, or I guess how would you react if, like, Paul, for example, had a school across the street that his daughter was going to, something's going down, he's going over there. How would that?
But there's protocol for that for sure, right?
For sure, right? But like,
There is. And the biggest thing I would say in that is when you're going to assist, you need to make sure that you're not perceived as the
threat.
perpetrator.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if
You
you're
get shot,
helping, that's the last thing that
Yeah.
a cop ever wants to do is hurt somebody that's trying to help.
Yes, exactly.
So the biggest thing is if you're ever in that situation and you hear police, put your hands up, obviously just comply right away.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you're probably going to get handcuffed. Yeah, it's going to be.
of course,
It might not be nice
It is
and
no,
easy.
It's
gonna
not going to be.
Yeah.
Hey, friend, come here.
Be, yeah. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're doing here.
We need to
Yeah.
secure you, make
Yeah.
sure that, and then you can. After that, you could talk to us while you're
Yeah.
on the.
Yep.
While you're sitting there, and you could say, "No, I was here. My kid goes here. There's an active shooter over here.
I'm
or
across
there's
the
a threat.
street. Yep.
This is what they're wearing," and appropriately, we would go and handle that situation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's like I said. We talked about this before.
That answers
and-
our question, you
yeah,
know?
it answers our
Because
question
my,
from
my thing
previous
was like,
pod.
how would law enforcement react, right? If something like that were to happen, right? Because it's like, right, I personally don't have any kids, but even if it was my niece or nephew, right, and I have my nephew going to daycare across the street from me, right?
Mhm.
If something were to happen over there, yeah, I'm going over there, right?
100%.
And like, I know I'll get there, you know.
Probably
obviously,
faster than any.
no offense to police, because it takes a minute or two, right?
No offense taken. You
Yeah,
should
right.
see. So for an alarm, like for us, average distance is probably 11 miles.
Right.
For you in Will County, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
Will
Right.
County is pretty rural in some places.
So we have 3 guys that work from Route 45 in Steger to Indiana to Kankakee. So 3 guys covering that entire zone.
Wow.
So it's ginormous.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a lot of coverage you have to have for 3 guys, and
Well,
so it's going to take a minute to get somewhere, right?
Correct. And you can have a domestic going on, and you're sending at least 2 officers there, if not 3. So you could have somebody tied up at the corner of the county on State Line and Exchange, and you get an alarm in Frankfurt. You got to come all the way back. You have Lincoln Way that'll step in and take something for you
Right.
if they're close.
Yeah, that means.
But that's a lot of area to cover.
Well, I'm sure every guy that's out in the street has probably jurisdiction that they're working in, right?
Correct. There's different zones. So like the eastern zone is 25, so it's Route 45 in Steger to Western, and then everything south. So all the way to Kankakee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So that's one guy.
Kentucky's still what county?
No, right up to Kankakee.
Yeah, that's right. That's
so
right. That's
County
right.
Line Road.
Because Kankakee is Kankakee County.
Correct.
Yeah. Oops.
But that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, like I said, I very much, am with that when what you're trying to do. I guess how long you been on the job? So how long you been doing this? How did we get here? Because we kind of went off a little bit as
yeah,
usual.
a little bit of a tangent. All right. So I did my internship originally with Lamont Police Department after I went to Moraine Valley. So I was getting my associates. I got it in criminal justice. Actually, I stopped before that, and I ended up going to Governor State. So not technically an associate's, but so I did my internship through the criminal justice program, and that ended in 2007. And the commanders there, I ended up creating a bond. That's what happens when you work with somebody for 6 months.
Yeah.
So they ended up liking me, and they offered me a job. They're like, we have this position. In what you're going to do is you come out for like events, parades, direct traffic,
Kind of like the community, like
a CSO
Yeah.
with less powers.
right.
Okay. I'm like, you know what? That's awesome. They liked how I was when I did my internship and offered me a job. I mean, I was honored. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I would have worked as a regular cop for $10 an hour, 100% at the time, because I always wanted to do it. So working there during my internship, I was helping an officer there. We would go through their general orders. So that's for their accreditation through the state. Because if you're not accredited through the state, your funding is cut off. So no funding for training, that kind of stuff. So they liked how I worked as an intern, hired me there. And then they started asking me to come into the office. So I would come to the office. If one of the clerks would call in sick, process tickets. They ended up putting me through leads training, so I'm able to run people's driver's license and stuff like that. So I'd process payments and accept money and release vehicles and all that kind of stuff. So I've done a lot of stuff.
So you've done a lot of the back end
So
work.
I've done the administrative, directed traffic for hours, and
It's a lot of important experience, though, to have.
oh yeah. You
Right,
could
probably-
see somebody that has never directed traffic and has become a cop, and I'm like, oh,
When you're
Like,
standing in that traffic, I'm sure it frustrates you.
I can do this. Let me do that. But a lot of people, I think in the academy, you don't direct traffic in the academy, so you're not taught that. So you're thrown out there like, oh, here's an accident. All right, stand there and direct traffic. So you got somebody that's never done it. They're like, and they're given 5 different signals. I'm like, no, stop, go.
Yeah, I feel like you can tell when you're
100%.
when you're driving by. You can tell when somebody is experienced and when somebody isn't.
You're
right?
100% because there's a traffic jam if they're not.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing that helped me, so I worked until 2013 at Lamont. I also worked at a pizza place in Homer Glen, which was Great American Pizza. Fantastic place. Unfortunately, closed down. But while I was working at those 2 jobs, I was also working at the Coliseum at the time, and I was a bar back. So I was working from in the morning at Lamont, then I would go to the pizza place, work till 9 o'clock, then I would go to the bar and bar back until 2 in the morning.
Maybe you had some full plate of work.
I always liked to work.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's just something I've always done. I mean, since I was 12, I started babysitting my neighbors. They would be like, hey, do you want to clean up our dog stuff? I'd go do that for $10 a week.
Yep.
I mean,
My first job was when I was 12. So I learned, I remember my first money. My first job was with my dad cleaning his warehouse or the shop that he worked at.
We all had that job.
We all worked there. There we go. Finally got rid of him.
he's on your leg.
Get him.
That's all right.
Look at this moth that
there you
just
go.
keeps flying around.
Yeah. I mean, we all had that job with Dad.
Yeah, and then I actually started working with my neighbor washing trucks
Okay.
with my neighbor Dave. And shout out to Dave. If Dave ever listens. He lives in
Yeah.
Mokina now, but he knows what I'm talking about if he ever hears of us. So I started making money with him, and that's just from there. It was just every time, and I was just constantly working, just making whatever you can make. I did all kinds of jobs: construction, pressure washing, working in the store, working in the deli, working all kinds of stuff. Whatever was making some kind of money. So I was always taught to basically make your money so you can.
That's right.
Have options to do whatever you want with that money if you have it, right? You can save it, you can blow it on whatever you want, but you have it.
Not only that, though. See, you've worked since you were young, and that plays such a big role in law enforcement. Because if you're not able to talk to people, you show up to a call and you just stand there and you freeze.
Yeah.
I've talked to people since I was little, grown adults, worked at a pizza place. When there were problems, I addressed it. I meet some people that have never worked in any customer service, and you're like, whoa.
It's crazy how
you got to be able to talk to people.
Yeah, well, that's
it's
very
hard
important.
if you've never done it.
But it's a very important part of your job is knowing how to
communication.
talk to people.
But you can also tell when somebody hasn't done customer service, right? It's very clear,
Yes.
right? I worked in customer service. Now I'm in IT, right? We're not known for
Customer service.
for customer service, right?
You can't function without us. You need me.
Mostly introverts, right? And then I come in and I'm like the most extroverted person you can find. I'm having conversations with anybody and everybody.
That's awesome.
Right. And surprisingly, I sell a lot.
Because you know what? I think people strive to have that human connection.
Yeah,
I
100%.
mean, look at everything that we do now. It's all automated. Oh, if you want to speak to this department, press this.
I hate
I
that
love
so
talking to people. And I
Same.
mean, I think it's one of the greatest things in the world.
And it gets
is
things
get
done.
to know people.
Yeah, and it
Get
gets
to know
things,
people. It gets things done.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, in my business, if you call my shop, obviously I'm in auto parts. If you call my shop, we answer the phone, and when I answer the phone, I say, "Hello, this is A Solutions," and they're like, "What? You actually answer the phone?" I'm like, "Yeah, we answer the phone. It's part of my business. It's how we make a lot of sales by just talking to people on the phone.
Yep.
I know we can sell stuff on eBay and stuff like that, not talk to anybody, but on the phone, usually you get the customers who are maybe, not sure. They don't know if it's real or not, if it's a scam or not, yada, yada, yada. But you make a lot of big sales on the phone.
Same thing on our end, right? A lot of people in my company send emails when they're trying to help somebody. I'm like, just call them.
That's what I always say.
I can tell you, just calling them, it goes a long way.
Yeah, 100%.
Usually it goes a long way just to talk to somebody.
And I explained this too. I was having somebody make something for me, and I told him, I said, I don't know what I want. Can I come in? I need to have that interaction, that human interaction, so we can put things together, see what I like and what I don't like. Because if you send it to me over email, I might look at it, I might miss something, and then I'm going to get mad at myself for not being there to check it.
Yeah.
And you're mad at the person.
You don't get the interaction, so you don't really know. You don't get that feeling. You don't get to that feeling out kind of phase.
It's hard to
read emotion even via email is one thing.
I was gonna say it's hard to iterate your vision over an email.
100%.
Right? If you're talking to somebody, you can be like, I want this, but you know what I mean, right? And they're like, I know what you mean, And a lot of time, even things that aren't spoken are spoken when you're talking to somebody face to face.
So that's why, like this podcast, right? People who don't want to talk wouldn't be on a podcast talking.
Yeah.
I mean, just,
this is honestly my first podcast, so I've never done this.
That's awesome.
Welcome.
I mean,
so thank you.
This is something that we just started doing. Like I said, we talk to people. I talk to people all the time.
We talk to ourselves.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
So that's how we got to this kind of position where we're now. We can talk to anybody about anything, and it's not like I'm not, the first episode or first couple episodes were like, a little shy. Maybe the first 5 minutes, and then it doesn't matter. Right. We don't say some outrageous, outlandish stuff.
I mean,
sometimes we do, but I mean, not really anything crazy,
Yeah, but so I like that you open up the dialogue to anybody.
Absolutely,
100%,
absolutely.
And just
because as much as I might necessarily not agree with some people's politics, some parts of it I'm like, that can make sense.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with
that. We offer the platform for anybody that wants to at least explain,
explain, whatever.
Their thoughts and what they believe in, right? And that's fine, and that's also why we're unscripted, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We're unscripted for the reason of we want you to talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you disagree with us, that's fine by us.
Yeah, but I mean that's why you're here. Like maybe people want to get to know you a little bit better and who you would be as sheriff, right? So let's get back on that topic.
You know what? I was gonna say we're getting off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Hey,
Welcome-
this is- you
Welcome
warned
to the
me.
show. Marcel always says
Anyway,
this.
it's the TBTS effect.
So
But,
yeah, so
I mean,
you
it's true.
So you
All
finished
right.
up in Lamont.
So I finished up at Lamont, and then I started at Stateville Correctional Facility. So I went down, did their academy, came back. I was assigned Bravo House, but a lot of times since low man, you get moved around. I worked a lot of time in the F House. So that's the roundhouse. If you Google Stateville, the roundhouse is the first thing that usually comes up. So Terry Dibble, he's on there, and I ended up meeting him, and he's like, well, it didn't play me in the right light. And I'm like, I don't even want to know what you did.
I don't know who that is, but
Oh, you can Google him.
If you have to
He's from
explain yourself-
Illinois.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Terry. What is it? Dibble?
Dibble.
Who's Terry Dibble? Anyway, all right. Continue on,
All
Marcel.
right.
Gonna look it
Anyway,
up.
so my mom raised me, always treat somebody how you want your mom treated, unless they give you a reason otherwise. So while working at Stateville, I never wanted to know what anybody did because I didn't want to pass judgment on people. Here, they're in prison. Most of them are there for life. So they have nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
And a lot of them don't care if they ended up hurting you.
Yeah. Exactly.
So my biggest thing was I need to make it home every night. These people are here for life. If I have toilet paper, you ask me for toilet paper, I give it to you. I never treated anybody lower than I would treat my mom. And I think I'm one of the few in the history of Stateville that have never been sued and never got jumped by anybody that was incarcerated.
So who's this guy? Terry?
Apparently, he shot somebody in the head with a shotgun.
I don't know exactly, but I'm pretty.
So that here,
I think it was.
I'll share the screen, but about the 9th day of November 1993, while committing a forcible and felony of burglary, he, without lawful justification, shot Billy Barker in the head with a shotgun, causing the death. And then apparently he was sentenced to 45 years in Illinois Department of Corrections.
Yeah.
Interesting. Purpose was to break into Baker's home and steal marijuana and cocaine. All right, well, that makes sense.
So,
I mean-
So drug deal gone wrong.
I was gonna say,
No, robbing the drug dealer,
yeah. Well,
hitting a lick.
yeah. Exactly.
yeah, he can say it was what is it? Damn, I can't think of it.
So-
Citizen's arrest.
So
So that's how I really got along. So the inmates would ask me, "What are you about?" I go, "Here. My job is to make sure you're not killing each other. You have to live here forever. I'm not here to judge you. If I got something that you need that they provide us, I'll give it to you." I had an inmate solicit me one time to bring him a little bottle of cologne. And I looked at him and I go, "Here, I've worked here for a year and a half. You know who I am, and you're going to ask me for that?" I said, "I'm not risking my job for you." And what they do is they'll be like, "Oh, bring in this little bottle of cologne." Well, it starts with cologne. And then they go up, "Hey, get me a sandwich from 7-Eleven. Then you bring them a sandwich. And then, "Hey, just give me a gram of weed and bring that in." And that's how they end up getting these COs, and they get deep into it. So right out of the gate, I'm like, absolutely not. No, not happening. I'm not risking my career for a little bottle of cologne.
and the career that you want to pursue.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you bring something into that facility, it's automatic felony.
For you.
Yeah.
And they're gonna hang it over your head.
Oh, yeah.
That's where they get you, right?
Yeah.
They're hanging it over your head. Oh,
And I've
well,
seen
if
it.
you don't do this, I'm just gonna tell.
I mean, people that have worked there for 15 years, they end up meeting somebody, and these people in the jail, or at the prison, you think, "Oh, no, they wouldn't be charmers." Oh, they're charmers.
Oh, 100%.
They know
yeah.
how to, they
100%.
play everybody.
What else are you going to do? And you
They
can
got
perfect
nothing
You can
but
perfect
time.
your craft.
and you can
yeah.
perfect that craft quite easily.
100%.
I mean, how many of them probably perfect their craft before you even got there?
Well, and that's what I tell them all the time. I was like, if you take your intelligence that you have and you put that into something productive,
Anything else.
you probably would be a millionaire and not even here.
Right.
The craziest thing I've ever seen, and it's not negative. It's amazing what I saw. So the old TVs, they had speakers on them. The
Right.
new ones, they were flat screen, and you had to plug your headphones into it. This guy took his wires from his headphone, broke it apart, rewired it, and made a channel changer out of the wires, and was able to change the channel up and down.
That's great.
So he didn't have to get up and hit the button. And I was like, dude, if you would just put that into technology and apply yourself,
Not in prison.
you would be a billionaire.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you can
You're
do that.
smart enough.
A minimum of a successful
But
career, right?
There's plenty of
And if
good criminals, and I'm not saying like good criminals, but like people who are smart, who are criminals,
Oh, yeah.
who are in jail, obviously, and the ones who aren't in jail are still out there. Some of them
They
made
just
it.
haven't
Well,
gotten
and
caught
here's
yet.
the other thing. You ever want to see beautiful art? They make some amazing art. It's crazy how good they are.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, what else they gonna do?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, they literally
mean,
got nothing else to do.
Realistically, you only have a handful of things to do in a prison, right? So it's like if you're
whoa,
good at,
not at Stateville. You don't come out. You come out for lunch and then you go back in.
but I'm saying, you only have a handful of things to do.
Oh, you get, I think, an hour a week outside.
Well, well,
If you're good, they'll give you a couple hours a week.
what about inside, right? Don't they do
But
like
that's a max prison.
right?
So
Max
it's
security.
maximum security.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
fair,
you don't really
fair,
got,
fair.
really nothing to really do. You just sit there.
Yeah, there's nothing. And I could talk about the NRC, which is the receiving center. It's a brand new center. I go, all right, your turn to take a shower. They turn the shower on. They all flood. You got people's foot germs, and it was bad. And they only let them shower once a week.
So you got the experience in a lot of this stuff. You done a lot of
yeah.
back end stuff in Lamont. You done a lot of the hard stuff in
It's like micro dirty jobs.
in the Statesville
Police,
correction.
yeah.
The Statesville prison. I mean, not correctional
And
facility.
then the next thing that I was doing is I actually volunteered for Will County, their auxiliary. So under Paul Kopis, which we still have the auxiliary, but his brother Ken Kopis taught the auxiliary class at Laraway. So I volunteered for 2.5 years as an auxiliary. So I would go to the parades, I would go to the county fair and interact with people and direct traffic.
Okay.
I mean,
so that's what
it's a
auxiliary
big
does,
thing.
right?
And we'll do escorts for funeral services and stuff like that.
Okay, but you're not a full time police officer, obviously.
Not at
right?
that
You
time.
probably don't carry a gun or anything like that either, right?
So in 2015, I was offered a job for Will County, full time. Went to the academy. Love it. It was absolutely
Everything you wanted.
100%. Well, and I really wanted to do auxiliary, so I would know that I wanted to do it. So I've done ride-alongs.
Yeah, so you get the experience. Yeah,
And I'm like, you know what? This is awesome. I mean, there were times that we had to arrest people, but then there were times that we got to help people when they really needed it.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's probably the best part of it is when you can actually make a difference and help somebody.
yeah, 100%.
I mean, police officers aren't there to just arrest people; they're there to help people, right?
Oh, yeah,
Correct.
that is part of their job. Serve and protect, right? That is
Yeah.
the motto for.
Serve comes first, right?
I mean, that is the motto for the police, right?
Yeah.
So, I know sometimes the police gets a bad name, bad rep, whatever you want to call it. Not every police officer is, the best citizen out there.
No.
Obviously, there's some good and bad cops, whatever you want to call them. But, nowadays in today's society, the police doesn't really get looked upon very well by certain individuals, certain groups, whatever you want to call them, right?
Well, and I think it goes in phases. So it was
100%.
it was the police in 2020, and now the demonizing of police has moved to ICE.
Yeah.
So we're getting a little more support, still not as much as I
You
think
should get.
Yeah, 100%.
we should.
I agree with, and you can see that. You can see that all the time. I mean, just the news don't make you guys look good most of the time. When do they make the
That's it.
police actually look good?
I don't think ever.
Very, very rarely,
Yeah,
if
right,
ever.
exactly.
So, I mean, it's a hard job. It's a hard job.
It's a thankless job mostly.
It's a thankless
I was
job.
gonna
You
say,
can say, yeah,
this is the point where we're thinking for a service, right?
No,
Yeah.
no. And you know what? I am so lucky. I have such a supportive wife. Every day before I walk out of the house, be safe. If you need anything, call me. If anything goes down, you can call my dad. He'll be there in a second. So, I mean, my wife is honestly probably the best thing in the world.
That's good. That's good. You want your family to support what you're doing, and it's obviously not it's a good job, but it's also a very risky job in case
Dangerous
something
job,
really goes
yeah.
south. I mean, you never know. I mean, you got some crazy people out there who'll just walk up to a cop car and just start shooting through the window. I mean, we've heard
seen
about
it in Texas.
We've seen it. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's not exactly the the most sought after job, I guess you could call it. Not only because of
You're correct.
not only because of the fact that anybody can come up to you because you're a villain because you're the police, or because some people don't respect the police, or whatever the situation may look like. It's not really a very, like, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but not a very, like, I can't even think of
And
the
I wouldn't
words.
even say it's not rewarding because
It's
a lot-
rewarding to you for sure.
Yeah.
I think just people will take a narrative and just run with it. Like you could have a good cop hates a bad cop. Everybody will tell you. Nobody likes a bad cop. Anybody that's a good cop will tell you we hate bad cops.
Yeah.
Because they do nothing but cause anguish for us.
Yeah, exactly.
And I have to say, out of anything for the Safety Act, body cameras have done nothing but save me. And I love body cameras.
Really.
I think politicians should wear them.
Is it required?
That's a good idea.
Is it required now?
It is.
Yeah.
But
was
I
it, was it
absolutely
not
love it.
before?
It was not.
Okay.
But
So
I mean that
we
makes
would have in-car cameras and then we'd have microphones.
I know you had dash
for
cams,
that.
right?
But now we have acts on everything.
Okay.
So we got the body camera, we got the in-car cameras.
Mhm.
I love it.
that makes sense though, because
Well, that's because you're a good cop.
nobody can really be like, this cop did this to me. Well, he's got a body cam, so let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the in-car has saved me before. I've had somebody say you never turned on lights, and they look over and they're like, yeah, you did.
Yeah, exactly.
Cameras have done nothing
I
but
mean,
save me.
Those videos now that come out of like people officers pulling somebody over, and it's like back in 10 years ago, they'd be like, oh, this police officer harassed me, blah blah blah, and
Planted
it's like
something in my
and it's
car.
like, and
Yep.
it's like now it's like, oh, here's the
Footage.
footage.
Here's all of it.
Yeah.
And to get to that point, actually, I have another thing that this goes into what I kind of want to bring to the sheriff's office.
Yes, let's get to
Is,
that.
have you ever seen Fridays with Frank?
No.
So it's Pinell County, Arizona. It's Frank Slope, and he has his own YouTube channel. So he's a traffic officer. He drives around, pulls people over, and he's pretty strict with his traffic. He's a traffic
I think
cop.
I have seen him.
And you get to see all the interactions. He interacts with sovereign citizens. He interacts with people with no license. There's times that I'm surprised he gives people breaks, but he does. And you get to see his human you could tell that he's a human. It brings to light that he's not just some guy that puts on a uniform and then goes out and just wants to ruin people's days.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, he doesn't do frivolous, oh, you're going 6 miles over the speed limit, here's your ticket. It's, you're going 15 over in a school zone.
Yeah,
You're getting no break from me there.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm sorry.
Especially if you're reading, if the sign says school, I mean, there's a reason for that sign.
Well,
Obviously.
my rule has always been, if you're in a subdivision and you're going more than 10 over, you deserve a ticket. If
Agreed.
you're on 159th, there's a lot more leeway.
Oh.
Especially,
know, good
I'm
to
not
know.
saying that you should speed, though. That is,
I'm not
But here-
commenting on this
Yeah,
conversation at all.
I don't speed.
especially if there's kids outside and somebody just disregards and just flies past
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
That's,
Yeah, that's one thing. Like,
and people don't realize. And I saw it when I was driving because my parents always told me, oh, if there's cars on both sides, there's kids out, you know a ball's going to go in the street and they're going to run out. And I was 16. It happened. I saw kids and I'm like, all right, going slow. And boom, kid runs out. I was able to stop. I was probably going 12 miles an hour. Came to a complete stop. The dad comes over like this and he's walking up and I'm like, what did I do wrong? He goes, I want to shake your hand. That was outstanding.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, that made me feel so good that I was like, oh my God, somebody else recognized that I
Yeah.
was
and that's something.
paying
never-
attention
Yeah.
and I care enough where who wants to ever hurt somebody
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
and that's something you never forget either, right? So it's a great lesson.
that? Oh,
Overall. I mean, it's happened to me too, where like I've stopped. Like, I typically side streets. I don't speed, right? I mean, I don't speed at all. Let's be honest here.
me either.
But you don't drive in Will County, so you got nothing to worry about. You're just in Cook, dude.
What do you mean? I come here twice a week usually.
Hey, I
But
mean,
it's
no comment.
yeah. it's definitely like.
I mean, you speed at the track legally.
Oh, 100%.
Right,
I
right.
speed there all the time. I
That's the
don't
only
can't
place
mention
we
where
need
else
to
I speed,
speed,
but
right?
you know, yeah. I mean, listen, where there's an area at residential areas, I try to keep it within the speed limit, maybe 5 over whatever it is, right? Sure.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
School
You know,
zones always.
If I'm in
I always slow down.
if I'm in the Goonies and I'm driving, there's nothing but cornfields by me. There's nobody around, except maybe the cop hiding in the
in the cornfield.
in the cornfield. Which by the time I see him, it's already too late.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. You know.
Hey,
Most
you ever-
likely.
You ever pass one? You're like, damn. You're like, there's nothing I can do.
I mean, there is, but that's probably not the right.
That's probably the wrong option, right? But and you're like, man, if he pulls out, like, he got me.
I might as well just pull over.
Yeah, exactly.
We got a buddy.
I'm going to say that's going to save you a lot of anguish.
100%.
The one-
100%. Instead of him pulling up on you and driving behind you and letting you know that, bro,
Yeah.
I caught you, just pull over.
I mean, even if you're coming up to a stop sign and you go, oh, Shiza, a cop, and then you're like 5 feet in the intersection, but you come to a stop, at least you're showing the effort. Hey, I'm not trying to disrespect you.
Yeah.
My bad. You
Yep.
might get stopped, but you're probably more likely to get a warning.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I've been in every scenario already.
I've gotten pulled over a handful of times, and I usually tell my story after, right? And they're like, "How come you never get a ticket?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm nice to the cop." I'm like, if I do something wrong, and the cop comes up to my car and he's like, I pulled you over. I'm like, yeah, I know exactly why you pulled me. I'm like, you got me.
exactly.
I'm like, I'm not here to give you an excuse.
Yeah. So,
If you pulled me over, you pulled me over.
well,
you know?
yeah, you got caught.
Yeah.
Fun fact, never had a speeding ticket or moving violation.
I got one the first week I had my license.
That's why you are a police officer.
Yeah.
No, do you know what it is? It's the customer service factor that
Yeah.
I've been pulled over plenty of times.
Yeah.
I don't ever go, oh, I'm a cop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
well,
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna knock
I
on
couldn't
wood.
when I was a traffic safety officer, and I'm not going to be like, hey, I work at Stateville. I don't think that goes very far.
no, 100% not.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna knock on wood right now. I haven't gotten a speeding ticket. I haven't gotten pulled over for a speeding ticket in a long time, but I actually haven't gotten a speeding ticket in probably 10 years.
Yeah, same. That's probably like 15 years before the last time I had a ticket,
Yeah.
like an actual.
Yeah, so about the same time.
I keep it cool and collected, and obviously I got pulled over
Yeah.
multiple times, but I'm nice to the police. I don't have nothing against the police. They're doing their job. Now, why would I make their job harder if I'm fucking up? I'm sorry, but if I'm the one that makes the decision to
You
be an
made the
idiot.
dumb decision.
Yeah, so
right. So
understandable, right?
100%.
and even if
Yeah.
I did get a ticket, I'd be like, that's fair. You know,
100%.
I
If you could just make the process easy, if I got a ticket, where I just got to go and pay, and it's not anything crazy,
Yeah, but-
even better. But
they do have that. It just goes on your record then.
yeah. So anyway, we keep getting off this tangent. We're trying to get.
we
we're
do,
trying-
but we expand on a little topic and we go to bigger topics.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, listen. The more we can talk about it, the more we know who you are. The more people can realize, what kind of person you are.
You realize I'm human.
Yeah, 100%. And
I'm not a typical politician.
I mean, politicians.
I agree with you, but first time ever doing it, probably my last
What?
running.
Oh,
Ever.
you say that now.
Oh.
Well, listen. I mean, hopefully,
Well, I
if
mean,
you,
I would like to be sheriff until I retire.
that'd be
Right.
nice.
Well, and I'm a fiscal conservative, so everybody else that's running is able to retire. So they would be able to retire and get their pension, and then they get sheriff pay on top of that. So you're talking average retirement is about $12,000 a month, and
Well-
then get sheriff pay. I'm willing to give up my 11 years that I've put in, and just take a sheriff's pension and do the rest of my career as a sheriff.
I mean, that's very good. I mean, that's a very good thing. Obviously, that's
Respectable.
saving money. You're trying to save money from being tax. I mean, who pays your salary? The taxpayer pays your salary, right?
Correct.
If the taxpayer can save some money somewhere, then why not? Why it's a no brainer, right? Obviously, everything's about, instead of spending everywhere that you can, cutting back and pulling back a little bit is probably the safer bet, the better bet, because if we can spend less, maybe we can tax less. I mean, I highly doubt.
I would love that.
I would highly doubt that the taxes are going to decrease, but maybe they won't increase.
No,
I
agree.
mean, that's the way you got to look at it, because if we're just going to keep spending more and more, if we're going to have to pay out extra pensions and pay out,
We just come up with a new lotto system that could pay for the schools like it was originally supposed to be.
is it not what it's doing? Huh.
Yeah,
Right?
Let me
apparently
guess.
not.
I
Apparently
guess.
not.
I guess not. Especially if you live in Illinois, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be.
So-
Oy.
So I guess my question is, as you're running for sheriff, what does you being a sheriff entail compared to what you do currently?
Okay, so currently, basically, it's customer service. You are the face of the sheriff's department. So you do basically everything administrative. So you go to graduations, you go to public events, you go to that stuff. I want to expand that. I don't want the $150,000 Suburban if I get to be sheriff. I want to keep my squad car. I still want to go to calls. I want to sit down. What I want to do is I want to sit every employee down that works for the sheriff's office, and I want them to tell me what are their concerns, what do they like, and what is one aspect that they don't like about the sheriff's department that they wish was different.
What could be improved upon?
Yeah, because if you have bad morale, you have bad police, and you got guys that are upset, and
To take
then
it out
they
on
take
other
it out
people.
with somebody else.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So morale is huge, and I blame the Safety Act for the most part for it. I'm not going to get into other aspects of it, but the communication with the employees and having an open door policy where if you have a problem with something, here, the door is open. We'll shut the door. You could take my cell phone. We could take whatever. If you want to talk in private, we talk in private. It stays between us.
But you want the access to be open to everybody,
Yes.
so that you don't have to go down the ladder of I got to talk to this guy, then he's got to talk to this guy, he's got
You
to
want
talk
people
to this
to
guy.
you want people to feel heard.
Well, you want
100%, because here, I could have a sergeant that goes, I think you made the right decision on this. And then you'll have a lieutenant that says, I don't like that decision you made. And you're like, well, which one is it?
Yeah.
How many people do I have to please in this decision?
Yeah, exactly. It'd be good to get an opinion from everybody if they got one, right? Just straight to the boss.
Especially any big changes, right?
Yeah.
Any big changes you essentially worked at like a corporation, right? Where any big changes you want to get that feedback, right? Is this the right thing to do?
Correct.
Is it, is this going to blow up in my face? Or is this going to make everybody's job harder? All that stuff, right? And I assume that's kind of what you're.
I mean, the
aiming
big
for.
decision-
Well,
Decisions
the
are with
job's
you.
hard enough.
Yeah.
I mean, there's days you run, you don't eat lunch, and you're on 12-hour shifts. So I've done it where I haven't eaten lunch.
Right.
And then I come home and I'm cooking supper. Not that my wife doesn't cook, but I like to cook. So she saves it for me.
That makes sense. I mean,
Oh
listen,
darn! Oh
And
darn!
she-
Oh darn
she-
for her.
She likes how I cook, so I enjoy cooking for her.
Right.
And she's good to me, so I don't mind it.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, yeah, I personally have a good experience overall with the Will County Sheriffs. Obviously, they police our neighborhood here. They police Homer Glen, which is where I live. I know you live
They're
in.
all the way up to Naperville.
Yeah, they got a large.
I'm in Lyle, so
That's
Yeah, you're
DuPage.
right out of it.
nah, well,
Sorry.
Damn.
DuPage is rough. Them cops don't mess around. Well, their state's attorney doesn't.
I mean, I am a very good Samaritan, so I haven't gotten pulled over there yet.
Good.
So
Got a lot of traffic light cameras over there.
So
still haven't gotten hit by hellos either.
so I
Oh,
have
you got the plate thing, huh? Where the shade goes down.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just kidding. I know you wouldn't do that.
Pretty sure it's highly legal, right? Yeah.
Yes.
But no, I have a good experience here. I mean, I know they do a good job around here too. Homer Glen has been under Will County Sheriff for a long time, ever since they've been incorporated, obviously.
Even before.
Even before.
Before it used to be auxiliaries that actually used to
Patrol here?
patrol Homer Glen.
Yes,
wow.
yes. I've
So,
heard that. I haven't
yes.
seen it, but I've
Well,
heard that.
you've been here. You've been in the area forever, so you probably know.
I
Well, not
was
forever,
here
but-
when 151st was gravel road and Bell Road was a stop sign.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've been here since '94. It grew
So you-
substantially.
You also grew up here, right? That's a
I grew up here.
big benefit. I mean, I'm sure you know your neighbors and all that stuff, right?
Yes, I
Right.
babysat all my neighbors' kids.
Yeah.
So,
But
I
you
mean,
grew-
they've known me since I was a little kid.
You growing up in the town, you growing up, obviously you've been working in the county, you know the county probably pretty well because you probably travel all
I
over it.
delivered pizzas in Homer.
I mean, yeah, so
I mean,
He's made a few trips to the police department while he's doing pizza runs, fire department.
now I wish I would have given him a bigger discount. We only did like 10%.
Yeah.
But
that's all right.
Yeah.
But you helped out.
that wasn't my decision.
Exactly.
That was the
Right.
boss's.
Right.
So I
Exactly.
just,
You weren't the
I
boss.
followed the rules.
Yeah.
That the boss set forward. But
So-
eventually I got to run the pizza place. So I got to do all the ordering. I got to do all the scheduling. I got to run it.
So you seem to have climbed the ladder everywhere you went.
Anybody ever tell you
For the most part.
Anybody ever tell you streets closed, Pizza Boy? Or
Fast and Furious quote right there.
that's right.
No.
But yeah, I mean,
Actually, you know what's funny? The first time I've ever gotten pulled over, I'm driving back on Will Cook, and he was sitting at the hill where the stop sign is before you get to 143rd.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't blow the stop sign. I might have California rolled it,
Yeah.
and then I was going 10 over, and he pulls me over, and I'm like, oh, God. Pull over, and I'm like, I'm shaking. He comes up to the window. He's like, why are you shaking? I'm like, I've never been pulled over. And he's like, you've never been pulled over? I'm like, no. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, delivering pizzas. He's like, I used to deliver pizza. And I'm like, oh, awesome. And he's like, all right, let me see your license. Checks the insurance, comes
Still
back,
gives
and
you
he
a
goes,
ticket?
hey, slow down. You don't want me taking all your tip money. Come on. So that first
Fair.
pullover I've ever had made such a positive impact.
Yeah. I need to take a pause. What is a California roll? I have never
So that's when,
heard that.
all right, here,
oh, this is gonna be
here's
this is
your
gonna be the-
stop sign.
Yeah.
We'll just go,
Yeah.
this is the line, and you'll go, and then keep going.
Oh, I call
So
that a
it's like
stoptional.
Tap and roll.
I call
Tap
it,
and roll.
Tap and roll.
I call it stoptional.
I mean, I heard the white line is optional stop signs, right? Around it?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
For
that's
those that
what
don't know. For those that don't know.
That is not true.
Yeah.
In parking lots, it is true if it's private property,
Yeah.
though.
Oh, really?
We can't enforce, the only law we
Well,
can
yeah, I mean, that
enforce
makes
is
sense.
DUI on private property.
Oh, really?
Wait,
Good.
what?
Good to know.
The
On private property?
On
Yeah.
private property?
DUI and I think reckless.
Stop signs aren't enforceable.
No, so you go through Target, a cop can't pull you over for blowing that stop sign, technically.
Yeah, but you should still follow them.
Not telling my
There's
girl.
signs there for a reason.
Yeah, I'm not telling my
yeah,
girlfriend.
so you don't
that.
hit a child.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. But did you say that DUIs are not enforceable?
No, you can't.
No,
That's
those are the
one
only.
of
Those
the-
are the
Oh,
things.
that
that
recklessness
are-
and
and
reckless
DUI.
are the only two. that-
Unenforceable on private property.
Correct.
Okay, so that means that you can't get drunk on your own property, drive a tractor around.
Correct.
Okay,
No.
well, that makes sense.
Oh, really?
Marston's like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Nope.
put my beers away.
And I mean, if you're having a beer cut in the lawn, I don't think anybody's going to mess with you.
Yeah,
But,
when you're driving
Unless
a
I have a
swerve with
really
the
bad
lawnmower.
day.
I think it comes from when parents would get intoxicated and be
Yeah.
like, hey, kid, let's jump on the dirt bike.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
You want to see
somebody
a
gets
wheelie?
hurt.
Yeah. You want to see
Yeah.
a wheelie?
They don't put a helmet on the kid. Like,
So-
I love four-wheelers. I think parents should involve their kids in motorsports, fishing, all that stuff. Put a helmet on your kid.
Yeah, yeah, agreed.
I don't put my
It's
kid in
very
roller
easy to-
skates without wrist guards.
Paul, you didn't have that when Dad was driving a tractor in Poland,
Bro, those are different times.
Highlander style.
dude.
Dude, those are different
Paul,
times.
Paul,
When I
fe-
said,
Paul fell off the tractor when he was a kid. He was like a toddler, and
I was sitting on a fender on a tractor,
he
like a
was
big
sitting on the
tractor.
fender.
Yeah,
And he
I know
fell-
what you're talking
and
about.
he fell off, and like parent reflexes, right? My dad caught him right before he fell under the wheel.
Ooh.
And we're here today.
Hey, look at that.
So, you
Oh,
know,
sorry.
well, you're good. Well, I mean, those are
that
different
long.
times. Then right after that, he got a cabin. He put a cabin on a tractor.
Yeah.
And from that point on, nobody was falling out. So that was that. You know,
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned, yeah. I mean,
That's
that's
better than a bungee cord.
Yeah, well, those were different times, man. It was just, obviously,
Yeah, different
trying to-
country, different
you're
times.
trying to be safe, but, stuff happens,
I know. Just like skeeching behind a car. Hey, your buddy's got a blazer. Back then, everybody had a blazer. So, blazer, snow 2 feet. We get in our sled and we'd hang on behind.
Yeah.
But the parent knew, don't go over 10 miles an hour. Don't fling somebody into a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
It's a parent that has common sense and that isn't intoxicated. That
if-
makes things a little.
If you caught some kids doing some of that down the street, what would you do?
I would need
Hypothetical,
to.
right? if you
inform them and let their parents know, hey, this is probably not safe. Maybe this needs to stop now. I'm not big into punishing parents for kids' behavior to a certain
being kids.
extent.
But
Yeah.
to a certain degree.
right.
To a certain degree. 'Cause we had a lot of biker gangs in Homer Glen recently from what I've been hearing.
Well, and the problem is, you know what? These kids, they drive out in front of grandma, and grandma doesn't have the reflexes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
one of these kids is going to get hurt.
yeah.
And that's the main concern. And all these kids are like, you're just picking on us. Here, I pedaled my bike to McDonald's plenty of times.
Same.
It's not hard.
Yeah.
Get the exercise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't need an electric bike as a kid.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It's lazy.
I think that's the one thing. My
Now I'm fat and old, and I
Yeah.
mean, I'd like
I don't
electric.
know. You look fat and you look very old either. So
Yeah,
I
for
think
real.
I think you'll be fine. Yeah, you're pretty young. Because you're running for this position, and you said you're how old are you?
39.
39 years old. So that's
wow.
pretty young for running for a position like this.
Correct. But here, how I look at it is if I have a 17-year-old kid, I was 17 not too long ago.
Yeah.
I can relate to that kid and say, hey, I was in high school. Everybody 14 through 17 probably is your hardest emotional years where kids have depression. I can relate to it. Obviously, I'm close to my 40s. I have friends that are 50. I have friends that are in their 20s. I can relate to all those ages. My grandparents are still alive. I sit down and he tells me stories about when he was a kid and stuff he does now that he's older. I mean,
Yeah.
I can relate to anybody of the age range.
Which is a
and
good-
that's what I think makes me perfect for this. Because if you got somebody that's 55 and they come out with this new technology, they're like,
How the hell do I use this?
What?
I know all of that.
I love it. Whenever somebody gets new IT stuff, they're like, here, try this out. I'm like, this works. Nope, this doesn't.
Fix it.
It's not hard. I put computers together myself. I've built gaming systems.
We've all had that. We've all done
And
that
I'm
here.
not-
There was a time for that.
Do you know what's crazy is I'm not good with building in IT, probably like you are. Both my brothers, proficient. My little brother has his own company, does his own thing. My older brother runs ComEd's IT department. I mean, they're very, very good at what they do.
That's good. That's
But
good.
I would just pick little pieces and be like, I'm interested in this, this, and this.
Yeah, that's like it's funny because Paul was the original one that got me into computers,
Okay.
and now
Paul doesn't know shit about computers.
student has become the master. You know?
I know. I call my brother. I'm like, hey, what do I do with this? And he's like, hold on, let me log. All right.
Yeah.
I was trying to, dude. I got so pissed off last night. I've been trying to do this open claw
Oh,
thing,
I already
right?
know it.
Bro, holy smokes, man. That's all I can say. I'm trying to figure out Anthropic and how to log in and get like, dude, I could not.
Usually it's username and password.
Dude, this thing is stupid. All right. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I can't get in. Regardless of the situation, the first time ever using a Mac. Never used a Mac in
I
my
hate
life.
Macs.
There's your problem.
Yeah.
I
right,
went in on
for
this
real.
Mac and I'm like,
Why did
all
you
right,
buy a Mac?
because to run OpenClaw,
You can't run it on Windows?
it makes the most sense on Apple.
Can you not do it on Linux?
Don't know. That's what I was told. That's what the
Linux
research I
is
did.
hard.
I like how this guy he does all these things and just doesn't even ask me.
Listen, all right.
Hey, trial and
Smartass.
error.
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
how,
that's-
that's how I figure things out.
That's how I
is
learn everything.
I fail at something and then I figure it out.
But
I
that's,
just had this
that's
conversation
me,
today,
right?
Actually, yeah.
100%.
that's what I do. And that's why I was like, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to figure
Yeah.
this out. I was over there last night sitting on the couch for like an hour and a half trying to figure out this whole damn thing. Trying this PC or Mac or whatever the hell you want to call it. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this is different. What the hell
Yeah.
was there a command prompt on this thing, you know? So I'm looking it up, looking on my phone, looking at the computer, this and this, the magic keyboard of some sort doesn't link up the proper way. Man, I was like, I'm done with this thing for today.
Same thing. I asked Polly this week. I'm like, hey, can you just post some of the Polish clips? Because we obviously have Polish and English.
Doc?
Doc, yeah. We have Polish and English videos, right? And so I'm like, I'm not a big fan of these clips, right? I'm like, can you look through them and post the ones that you want? He's like, I don't know how to. I'm like, you haven't even tried. The crazy
I
part.
did try.
The crazy part is it's 2 buttons.
I
to
couldn't
post the
find it.
clip.
I couldn't find it.
You hit post, and you put schedule a time.
I couldn't find the freaking the clips, man.
Yeah, I told you to call me.
Oh, maybe we missed that part. Whatever. Anyway, I like to experience on my own and figure it out. If I can't figure it out, then I'll start calling. So that's
I
just
don't
the way.
blame you.
That was actually the one thing I was talking about an ex-coworker with today. I'm like, I haven't been challenged in a while, at least at work, right? And I'm like, I like my job. I have a very good job. I'm like, but I haven't been challenged.
All right, make me a server of GTA where I could be the police.
easy. Honestly, it's probably not that hard.
Probably not for you.
Yeah,
You would love that game, wouldn't you? As a
he
police
plays
officer,
it right
huh?
now. He says he has been
So-
playing it.
I haven't played that game probably for 15 years. It probably
That's what-
came out when I was
that's where you
probably
commit your crimes, huh?
14.
Is it still crazy that it's still the same game?
Oh, it's
15 years
insane.
later.
So I never played online. My kids were in school. I finished my honey to-do list, got everything done. I'm sitting around and I have PlayStation Plus. So they're like, "Oh, GTA Online." I'm like, "I've never played it. Was never big into like Modern Warfare Online and stuff like that." And I sat down and I started playing, and I got invited to play a mission, and then started getting all this
Do
money.
a heist. Do a
I'm like,
heist.
I'm like,
Yeah.
and then start talking with people, and a lot of people online are super chill and just want to help you.
Most people are. Yeah.
99% of people have been
I wouldn't say
nothing but
99%.
nice.
That's where you do
Well,
all your criminal acts, dude, huh?
But I only play missions with
See,
people. I mean,
I play like a game that is known for having the most toxic community, where like everybody just hates each other.
Fortnite.
No, League of Legends, it's even worse.
Oh,
And it's
I don't even know what that is.
exactly it's funny because a few years ago they released voice chat, and in about 30 days they removed voice chat.
I can imagine.
Fortnite still has voice chat, so you know it's not as bad.
But
Yeah.
this is nice. I like this conversation because it opens
All
up
right,
a little bit about a lot of stuff, right?
Here's another thing that I'm going to relate back to law enforcement. So on Roblox, I have master control of all my kids' stuff.
Good.
So if my kid is playing Roblox, she can't get messages.
Good.
Everything is blocked
Absolutely
right
good.
away.
I don't know what Roblox is.
So Roblox.
Here, Roblox is one of the biggest perpetrators and enablers of people to perpetrate crimes against children.
Correct.
Really?
There's
Have you ever heard of the group 764?
No.
Ryan Montgomery. I would definitely look up him on the Sean Ryan show
Mm-hmm.
and look up his whole thing. He's a white hat hacker. He's a black.
Is it
black
that
hat?
Is that really a nerdy guy?
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But the stuff that they do is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get too graphic. So what they do is they'll basically sextort kids. So they'll pretend to talk to somebody, say, "Oh, I'm 12 too. Send me a picture." And they'll end up sending them a picture. They got all their friend list. They go, "We have all your friend list. If you don't do what we tell you, we're going to send it to everybody. We're going to send it to all your contacts, and we're going to ruin your life."
Wow.
Yeah.
So they would get these girls to, on video. They actually had a girl kill her own hamster on video before.
Yep.
It's disturbing.
Yeah. That
Oh,
and
my kid's not going to be on there.
that and
But here, if you have the proper locks on things,
Yep.
you can make it where it is safe. And I'm sitting next to them whenever they're playing.
Hmm.
There are 3 friends they have that play, and those are the only people they're able to interact with.
yeah, they have.
So they're locked out from anything.
So at least those safeguards are there. At least.
Yeah.
I went to
If
click
you
on a
use
message.
them, if you
and
use them,
if I went to click on messaging, it comes up to the internet. There's no access.
yeah. There's a
So
lot.
it's limited.
There's been a lot of reports about like grooming.
100%.
and stuff, especially
I mean, you
recent-
probably know about this stuff because realistically, you're in
Well-
law enforcement, so that's something
Yeah.
that you're.
I mean, I know that from just I'm in the online gaming world, right? So it comes up to me, right? But yeah, it's a lot of like grooming. I assume you know what that is.
yeah.
And stuff like that. And I even like my girlfriend's nephew plays it, right? He's 12 years old, right? And I'm just like, man, I don't know, I don't know if it's my place to say anything because it's like,
It might not be your place to say anything, but it's your place to inform her.
yeah, well, she's informed now because she
Good.
watches this.
Good. I mean,
Well, and
yeah.
you know what? You two should sit down and watch that episode together
Yeah, right.
because you both need to be informed.
Yeah,
Because
he seems like he's very smart, and the only thing he does in Roblox is try to build stuff to sell.
I'm going to tell you out of my experience, at 12, they are the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're that age, that is probably the most susceptible to self-harm.
Yep.
So
really.
Well,
Yes.
why not? Yeah. I mean, think
You're
about your
going
mental
through
state when you're 12.
You're going through your puberty. You're figuring out who you are. You're trying to impress girls. You're trying to get along in high school.
You're
You
trying
want
to make all the
people to like
friends.
you.
Yeah, you're trying to make all the
And then you got
friends.
somebody that's going to sextort you.
Yeah.
That's way too much for a kid to handle.
It's a great message to the public, actually, though.
That is a very great message.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never thought about it because I never had the time to do that.
Yeah. Well, you
Literally, I was
you
working.
also have.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm like, oh, well, I can play Grand Theft Auto. I, have days off.
Yeah.
See, I was obviously we're similar age, but I ended up being on a computer more than you have, right? So I was not that I was,
We
I
can
didn't-
tell who the hard worker was.
all right, guys. But things changed. You know what?
Well, technology changed a lot of things.
Technology changed a lot of things, but also I'm just gonna say Paul went to work for this guy for. Oh my god, I blinked on his name right now.
Who?
For our neighbor,
Dave.
Dave, right? And then none of us got that opportunity after that, right? So I
That was a
didn't.
good job.
I didn't go to work till I was 15, which is when I
Okay.
was legally able to work at the liquor store.
Hey, you know what?
I'm-
That built character, though.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
probably talked to a lot of people.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I talked to a lot of people. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom, did you know Bob down the block? He is always drunk at the
Yeah.
store.
I think
Ah,
I'm.
well, I know.
That is an actual true story, especially like my brother's, not Paul, my other brother's ex girlfriend's dad, right? Like, always, I had to kick him out. I would have to kick him out of the liquor store. But then also, I met some super interesting people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
We'll cut this.
Well,
yeah.
it
We'll
depends,
take a
yeah.
break. We'll take a break.
Unless-
You know, so we want to finish up. You go, let's just pause it. We'll come back. Probably come back for a couple.
All right.
All right, we're back
Welcome back.
after our short break.
Actually, after this break, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share.
We appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. Anyways,
So, we had a
so-
quick, real interesting conversation right after our pause. That Justin's gonna bring up.
Yeah. So I took a class. It was probably a couple months ago, and it was intercepting school violence. So it's taught by a retired Detective Rich Wistocki. He worked at Naperville for 30-some years, and his primary job was to go after people who perpetrated crimes against children. So he would go after C3PDOs, however you say it on here. He went after people who perpetrated crimes against children. So it didn't matter if it was imagery, violence, any of that stuff, he would go after them. So I was in this class, and they give you all these tools online. So they're all provided, it's free, and what it does is it helps you secure if you suspect somebody's about to commit a crime.
that
in
kind of
school,
activity.
like in school. Mass hurting people, that kind of thing. So they teach you all the steps that you need to take to intervene, secure the evidence, and get a warrant and effect an arrest. I was talking with an FBI agent in there, and she said, we have a program through the FBI where we will give you $5 million worth of technology and equipment that's dedicated to you. You need one officer to complete the program, and everything is free. You have a designated FBI agent that you can call, well, I'm guessing Monday through Friday, probably sometimes on the weekends. Sometimes they can't answer because they're on calls, but you complete this program, and what it does is it assists you in catching
Child
people-
predators. You could say that.
Oh, okay. Child predators online.
Isn't it wild that you can't say certain things on
It's not that we can't say it. We could say it.
we could
It's
say it,
just
but it's
gets
YouTube's
flagged.
gonna flag it.
just which is wild to begin with. But anyway, okay,
It's called freedom of speech.
not according to all.
Yeah.
Well, Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Child. You could say child predators. Yeah.
So there's an entire aspect of the FBI that will help you develop the program, work the program, and work through it with you so you can
Catch these people.
learn these skills and catch these people. 100%.
This is that something that Will County incorporates now, or
Currently, I don't believe so. And what I want to do is
Damn
I
mouse.
want to create a division within Will County where it's not only just a Will County cop. I want to reach out to Manhattan has had recent issues with child predators having pictures of underage kids. There was a guy that had a camera in his bathroom where little girls were going in there, and he got caught.
Those
Then
people,
I can understand.
those people have a special place.
And that's where my heart is. I got
Yeah.
2 little girls. My first job is to protect them 100%. Just like I can imagine that's your number one priority.
Absolutely.
And the problem is how it comes about. So they have a national tip line where if somebody solicited something to me, they can send it to a tip line, and then we react. I want to react before it happens.
You gotta be preemptive about it.
I want to be aggressive against
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
I-
As you should be. As everybody
I'm
should be.
passionate about it. I want to be involved. I want to catch it. I want to get the biggest sentence I can for that kind of person.
Yeah.
I don't see a place in them in society for these people.
Yeah, there's a special place for those people.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, there's a reason why there's a lot less kids out running out and about and enjoying life and being outside.
100%.
Compared to remember the days back in the day, no one really thought about this
when
stuff.
when the street lights come on, come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you go play Ghost in the Graveyard with your friends.
Yeah.
Be home by 10:30.
Yeah, but nowadays, do you see kids out
Do
there?
you know where my kids play? If I'm not there, in the backyard, and I got the door open and I'm listening and I'm watching.
Yeah.
I got 2 big ass
That's
dogs
the
for that.
only
and,
only time my kids go outside by themselves or with their friends are in the backyard,
But
where
is-
I can be immediate.
isn't that a huge change from what it was? I don't know
Absolutely.
if it was.
I
that-
don't know. Is it that because I have girls?
I don't know if it's because of the times that changed. Like, did people not talk about this before? Was it not that big of a problem?
Or did people
until
not
now?
get caught?
Or did people not get caught?
Well, I was
that's
gonna say,
that's the other
I was
thing.
gonna say, it's not like when I was a kid, I didn't hear about it, or like
Yeah, you could get
Well,
kidnapped.
everybody heard
like-
about
like-
the
like-
church stuff.
or the van with the candy or anything like that,
Yeah.
right? Like we heard about it, you just never saw it, and it never happened to anybody around us,
Yeah.
right? And maybe that's what it is, right? Is that we've never experienced it even secondhand, right?
But it seems like it's very rampant nowadays.
Well,
It's
and you know what? I think a big problem in our society is they shut down the mental hospitals.
100%.
That's
yeah,
a big one, dude.
That's a big one for
Gotta
sure.
reopen
Because-
those bad boys back up.
Well, they're like, if we integrate them into society, they will conform. When you have mental illness, it's like dementia. There's never a time that dementia gets better. It
Yeah.
always progressively gets worse. And that's what I think the disconnect is, because I did a lot of minoring in psychology, not a degree. I'm not going to profess myself as an expert,
Right.
but you see the DSM-5, and now we're going to go, well, we're not going to include that anymore because we don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
It-
Okay.
When it comes to your family and your kids, and you're trying to protect them, that shouldn't even be a concern. I'm not concerned if you're offended. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
100%. Your
100%.
feelings is the last thing I worry about. in
Just like
terms of that
minor
kind of stuff.
attracted people. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
No such thing. That is
An
a
illness.
perpetrator. Yeah, 100%.
Those people are supposed to be in mental institutions where they're supposed to be at. I don't know why I don't know how that decision came about to get rid of those places, but I mean, I'm sure there were cases where people were mistreated. Sure,
100%.
People were
And
electrotherapy, that kind of
Put
stuff. I mean, what if-
put government in charge of anything.
well, yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
read the book "One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest." I mean, there's perfect example of what was going on there, right? But we need to bring those back.
100%.
We need those. You're like one of us, man. 100%.
Yeah. all
You
right.
get a shirt.
Oh, we don't have any shirts yet, but we'll get some.
On my own time, I've met this lady, absolutely bonkers. She's 60 and says she's pregnant, and she walks around. I'm like, you need to be in a home. You need somebody to care for you.
Yeah.
You are not able to function in life by yourself.
Yeah, yeah, and there's people out there like that, and they definitely need help. But it's
And
Well, the problem is, you know what they end up being? Homeless.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then people go, well, what's going on with this? You took an entire population of people that are mentally ill and you just tossed them into society. They had nowhere to go. Their family can only take so much.
yeah, they
Yeah.
threw them out on the
Family's like,
streets.
I've dealt with them. I put them in a home. Now they're on the street.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, for all you know, the families put them there, right?
Yes.
And-
That's
and not for-
I'd say 99% of them.
And not because the families didn't want to deal with them, is because they knew that
Because
they had to be there.
because I don't think they could.
Yeah.
You get to a certain point where you need a professional's intervention and you get it. And then they're like, nah, we're going to just, they can go be released into society.
Yeah.
They can
They're fine.
conform.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, yeah, that's very hard to do for somebody who's mentally ill. We need to open those
Do you
institutions
think
back
people
up.
that are
and-
mentally ill want to go to the doctor? No,
Yeah, they're
because
gonna be
they're
the
like,
last
they're
person
trying
on
to
the-
poison me.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to poison me by making me better, right?
Yeah.
To conform.
but-
And don't get me wrong, I've seen people on bipolar medicine, and it doesn't necessarily make them better.
Do you think mental institutions were closed because of pharmacy?
Ugh.
That's a good question.
Without doing research, I can't say.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
If you think about it on a big
it's a
picture,
cascading effect, right?
Yeah, right. I'll give you a good example. One of my best friends, he comes from Jordan, so he speaks Arabic, and he goes, everything is about the masadi. Masadi is money. Everything is
right.
done for money.
That's why I'm saying, right?
So I
there's
think you
there's-
have a valid
there's-
question.
There's no more people in mental institutions. They're just taking pills now. Now, somebody's got to pay for those pills. Somebody's making money off of them, right?
Or they're not.
Just my
They
thought.
want to designate programs like in California, $25 billion for homeless, and nobody knows where
Nobody
the
knows
money
where it
where
went.
is the
Yeah.
money and why is there more homeless people?
There's more. Yeah.
Ugh,
Oh, you see now.
you're a conspiracy theorist.
Oh
You
yeah,
have no
yeah,
idea.
well, you have no idea. I can't wait for the day. I have a buddy of mine, or like two buddies of mine that are hardcore conspiracy theorists. I can't wait until I get them on one day. They don't want to come on, but I will eventually
You
get
know
them
what?
on. We're
But
gonna have a
here,
good time.
If nobody sees their perspective, nobody can say, you know what, maybe that does make sense.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean,
We
but I
just don't
can-
want them to go missing. That's all.
You know what? You have a point.
One day we're gonna do episodes. Everybody's gonna wear a tinfoil hat. I swear to God, I'm not even joking. It's gonna happen.
And Paul's gonna.
Well, I'm
Paul's
going to get a sheriff cowboy hat made out of tinfoil.
No, yours is just gonna be every time the camera pans to you, your head's gonna get bigger. You remember Scary Movie?
That's a good movie.
That was a great
Let me
movie.
use my strong hand.
Well, no, that one was the one with Charlie Sheen, right?
What was that, 2?
That was 3, I think.
3? I think
Bro,
you're right.
That
I
was
think
with,
you're right.
That was with Eminem, like the knockoff
Man,
Eminem.
that was so good.
It's funny that you remember all this. I don't remember any of this shit.
Dude, those. See, I've recently watched all of them.
The other one I like is Hot Chick. Where
Chick.
Rob Schneider.
Mhm.
It's me, Jessica. Oh my God. Every time I meet somebody named Jessica, I have to say it.
That's funny. But yeah, I mean, like you were saying about that program for the.
Let's get back on task here.
TBTS effect.
That's something that you said you would incorporate if
100%.
given the opportunity.
And not only somebody from Will County, I want to reach out to New Lenox. I want to reach out to neighboring areas that are within Will County.
Make it a group thing.
Naperville's in Will County. One officer. Naperville has, God, probably 102 at least. They could have one detective that starts working that stuff. And people are compassionate and that want to do it. It's hard to do.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
straining on people because you have to see things that you never ever wanted to see. And
Especially if you have like kids and stuff like that. Like, yeah.
but I think it could be successful.
I would
Well, with the,
say yes.
I was gonna say with the right person, they're just gonna be more motivated, if anything.
Oh yeah, to
Right.
catch the people.
If I seen that, I'd be just more motivated to catch that person,
Well,
right?
especially if you're invested.
Yeah.
You have kids. You don't want that to happen to your kid. I've had friends that had things happen to their kids. And even thinking about it, it breaks your heart. And even as a grown man, there are times that you're like, when something happens against a child, you can cry. It
I mean, listen, you can
emotionally it'll
mess you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a toll. It takes a toll.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially if you got your own little girls, you're like, what if?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say what I'm gonna. I don't even want to say what I want to say.
Yeah, I don't want you to either.
because
That's off camera.
I'm heavily
stuff.
armed.
That's off camera stuff.
that's it.
And you know what? That's the other thing. Everybody asks me, oh, how do you feel about concealed carry? I think it's one of the greatest things in the world.
I
Do
agree.
I agree.
Do you know who's going to stop if I'm getting beat up on the side of the road? Somebody with concealed carry.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
100%. I meet people that are like, well, aren't you scared? I'm like, no.
The people who are conceal and carry are not going to be turning
The
the
guy
weapon
that
against.
followed the rules, got the permit, went through all the process,
And it's some
is not
training.
going to throw it away.
Right.
For what? It would make no sense.
You know, they say, "Oh, you got to take the guns off the streets."
Well-
Whose guns are we going to take?
Thank you.
Whose guns are we going to take? Whose guns are they going to take? The people who are legally firearm holders, who are following the law, even if they conceal and carry, whatever it may be. They're going to take those guns, but those guys that got guns off the street that are,
That you don't know
unmarked,
about.
those guns,
Well,
whatever they could be.
And here's another thing that I'm actually knowledgeable about is the guns that go onto the street. Everyone's like, well, they're straw purchases from Indiana. They're this, they're that. That's few. Very few somebody will buy a gun for somebody else. And the federal government's on top of that. The biggest thing that I've ever seen is burglaries, where your gun is under your pillow. And if you're a concealed carry holder, please do not leave your gun in your car with your doors unlocked. BMVs. A lot of guns come from burglaries to vehicles. Take your guns inside. Lock your cars.
If you're gonna leave your car if you're gonna leave your gun in the car, lock your car, and have it hidden and have it in the spot where it's not visible.
100%.
I mean, I have a conceal and carry, and I have a gun in my car at all times.
Not all the time.
Which you should.
Not when I drive
all
it.
times,
Not when I drive it.
well, except when you're not driving, which is very rare. But it's there. I have it in a spot where it's not accessible right off the bat. Right, you'd have to look for it, to
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah.
But it's there. But I lock my truck, dude. I don't know. I got a phobia of some sort. I lock every time. If you walk into the garage, if I'm in the garage by myself, I'm locking the door.
He locks it every time.
If I walk out of the house, I lock the door. If I get out of my car, I lock the door. Bro, it's weird. I don't know what it is.
It's not weird. It's called being preventative.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 100%.
I lock everything.
I literally go to the chickens from my house to the chickens to the barn in the back,
lock
and I
the
lock
house.
the door
Good. As you should.
because I know that at least I don't have to think about it. That some random ass Amazon driver is gonna pull up and go through the door. You know what I mean?
The worst is when I'm like house sitting for you. I swear. I'll
You're
walk out your house.
nowhere.
I'll lock your door, and then I'll walk down, and I'll come back, and I'll be like, "Did I lock it?"
Well, if you're in my house and you're watching my house, you're sitting in a fortress that's
I'm
fortified
saying-
heavily by
but I'm saying
all kinds
you-
of things.
But I'm saying you need me to feed your chickens, right? So I'm walking out, and I'm like, "Well, take the keys."
Got to make sure you lock
Yeah, and I like triple check. Same thing when I lock my car, I click the button like at least 5 times. if I don't hear the beep, like the horn, I'm like, it's not locked.
Well, and you know what? I see it all the time. People will pull in their garage, get out of their cars, shut the door. I hear the horn beep. They walk in, and then they leave the garage open for 5 hours. I'm like, your keys are in your car, and all somebody does is walk up, open the door, hit the button. Gone.
I have never left my keys in my car.
Bro, I sort of, I like I said, I don't know what it is, but around here, on my property, it's secured. Everything's locked.
Yeah.
No one's opening things. No one's getting stuff. None of that stuff. And then I have cameras all over the place. I have dogs that will F you up if you really want to mess around. I'm whatever. I got squirrels that attack people. All kinds of stuff.
Paul has barbed wire that you have to crawl under if you want to enter his property.
I mean, I don't know for safe measure, but I mean, like I said, I have girls, I have kids, I have stuff that I don't want people. I have guns. I don't want somebody coming and grabbing the gun and just dipping.
Like
stuff
Justin
like
said,
that.
it's just being preventative, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And it goes back to common sense. And that's, I think, the biggest thing is somebody goes, oh, well, I didn't think.
Someone's gonna get in my car and take my gun.
Well, if you left your car unlocked, and people have been posting on Facebook, hey, there's been BMVs in the area, burglary to motor vehicle.
I was
gonna
gonna
ask.
I was about to ask.
Lock your stuff up.
Yeah.
When it gets warm, that's when it all starts. Springtime, Get in the habit. Get in the habit. Lock it up. Lock it up.
I heard a lot of things with if you have a garage attached to your house, that people will break into your car just to open your garage.
Correct. For the garage door opener.
And then break.
None of my cars are programmed where you could just hit a button.
Yeah.
So if I have a garage door opener, it's hidden in a different compartment.
Or just get the $30 where you can open it.
My
For the
My
thing,
Q.
where you can,
My Q.
Yeah. I
Promotion, my Q.
have that at my house.
So do I.
Yeah.
I have it just
I just
sitting on my
hate shutting
shelf.
the garage when it beeps. It's like beep, 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 beep,
Oh,
beep,
dude,
beep. I'm like,
yeah.
wake my kids up.
Yeah. Well,
I leave at 5:40 in the morning.
it's also very convenient because like Paul was at my house a few weeks ago. He calls me.
I forgot to shut my garage.
Well, yeah, that or like Paul calls me a couple weeks ago. He's like, he dropped something off. He's like, hey, open the garage. I'm like, okay.
I got pads. Numbers. If you know the numbers, you can open the
number
garage.
pads, yeah.
If you don't have the number, you're not gonna open the garage. You know, I mean, I got a brand new lock on the door over here. I got to replace
Yeah,
this lock.
I'm aware because every time you lock the garage on me, I
Bro,
have to walk
I'm
around.
telling you,
I have to walk around the entire.
I literally walk out from the house to the garage for 5 minutes, and I locked every door, and I'm like, and I'm
I only
walking back.
trust you 50%. You only get one door.
At least you gave me the code of that, you know.
So, but yeah,
I do know the number pad ones too.
but anyway, yes, off tangent again as usual. But
Yeah, but it all comes back to law enforcement.
It does.
I mean, these are the calls that people respond to. Here's another big one. Hey, we got something in your backyard. We need to check it. And then you go back there with that person. They kick your front door in.
Yeah.
And they
Oh,
run
that makes
through your
sense.
house.
You know what?
And they go
happen to
straight for
Uncle.
jewelry.
I know somebody that I know someone very close that had happened to. They showed up as ComEd employees.
Yeah.
Bro.
ComEd,
they took-
Are
NICOR.
you talking about our uncle?
No.
I'm talking about our uncle.
No.
I'm talking about our uncle before he passed.
No, that was different. That was in Canada, which is a different country.
No, I'm talking about here.
Oh, which one?
Yatsek. Before he passed.
Oh, yeah. There was a situation like that.
They were like, yeah, we need to check something out in your backyard.
Yep.
And then they left the door unlocked because
Somebody
you know,
came in and checked them.
and somebody checked in and
Yeah.
they stole jewelry. and
So
everything.
these people that
First thing they go for, and it's 40 seconds.
Yeah,
They're in and out.
there was the same situation with, like I said, very close people that I know that
Well, if you
they're
got
older.
if you got ComEd coming to the door and they're wearing hoods and a mask or just a mask and glasses,
Red
presume they're not. Yeah,
flag. But
red
these are
flag.
these are old people.
Mostly, yes,
yeah.
Yeah, they target old people, right?
100%.
Seniors. And that's what the situation here was.
as much as I hate to say it, everybody's information is on the dark web.
Yeah, it is.
You can get Elon Musk's social security number on the dark web. I don't
Yeah.
care who you are.
Yeah, it's all available out there. It's definitely out there. Yeah,
The best protection that I've seen is locking your credit. I've
Yeah.
been a victim.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I want to go if I wanted to buy something, I unlock my credit for an hour, let them run it.
Lock
close
it back down.
Well, that's crazy. No, you can do that.
Oh yeah.
I don't buy anything.
I've seen people get $1,700 worth of iPhone shipped to their house, and then you got somebody sitting down the block. Happened to my brother-in-law. Pick up the package. They just wait for FedEx, drop it
Yep.
off, grab it.
They don't even have to know what's in there.
Nope. You don't have to sign for it either.
The world that we live in nowadays is a completely different world
Yeah.
than what it used to be 20, 30 years ago. I mean, just,
There was no Amazon packages showing up at your door every day.
no, I actually don't. I like Amazon. I don't like Amazon. I definitely don't like
I like the
Amazon delivery.
convenience.
I like the
Okay.
convenience, but that's the only thing I like, and I don't like anything else about it.
Yeah.
I don't like people pulling up to my house, just strangers pulling up to my house. I don't like people coming in.
You mean the guy that pulls up in a beat down
Piece of
Altima and
Yeah.
comes up to your house at 4:30 in the
yeah,
morning?
those people.
And you're like,
And then
and then
I've already-
then you're calling me, and you're like, "There's a suspicious person out there." We come flying there, and we're like,
I don't call nobody. I'm going
Amazon.
to get my firearm, whichever one it may be, and I'm standing at the door literally.
I don't blame you.
Because I'm like, who the hell shows up at 4:30 in the morning?
Tell
with
the
some
wife stop
piece of
ordering
F-
packages.
Well, yeah, 100%.
That's the wives.
That's just these wives.
I
And
know.
Amazon addictions.
the crazy part is I have an Amazon account, like a Prime account and everything. You know who uses it?
Your girlfriend.
No, my sister.
Oh,
I mean, listen, the convenience is very nice.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, if you're listening, he was just kidding.
But yeah, I don't like that.
Everything gets shipped to my house and is purchased by me.
Come at regular hours, like a normal business would, between 8 and 5, and that's it. Call it a day. None of this-
Literally, the only people that show up at your house when it's of odd times is usually the police.
Yeah, exactly. That's who should be showing up if I need
That's
to.
the only people.
That's when you should be worried.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't like that. I mean, there's nothing I can really do about it, but maybe stop ordering stuff. I mean, they could definitely fix that problem. Put up a gate.
Yeah, but now everybody does it, right?
I'm gonna put up a gate in my entrance for sure.
Yeah.
One way or another. Give you enough time to pull in, drop your package, get out. None of this
So,
come up to the door. None of that shit.
What you do is next to your fence, put a slide, and at the gate, be like, put package on slide, have them slide it down, because then it doesn't get stolen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, chuck it over the fence. I don't give a crap. Whatever, right? Just
It's not my package.
But I mean, yeah, that I do not like. Especially I have a big driveway, so I get here, guys pulling here all the time, turning
Just to
around.
turn around.
Just even random ass people that pull in here and just turn around. I understand. I get it. If you made the wrong turn, whatever. But you driving around my property and then driving all over my grass and crap, and I'm sitting outside looking at you like, what are you doing, bro? Who are you? Why are you even here?
And
Yeah,
It's also
well, if
trespassing
you look
at that point.
is it? That's the thing. Is
No,
that trespassing?
It's not. No, do you have the proper signage? See,
Ah,
you have to have a 9x6 sign. It has to be so many feet in between each other. There's a lot
Really?
that goes into it.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
I'm just curious, I guess.
So
That's
crazy.
assuming, but
well,
assuming.
Well, you're the law, so
Yeah,
I mean,
you're the law.
realistically, you're the one who would be telling us what
all that
what-
information is available online if you'd like to look it up. But yeah, you
Oh,
have to have
before we get to the next point, hold on a second. Let's pull up your website. You have a website now for
I do.
who you are, what you're doing, what you're running for. JustinForSheriff.com. That has all
FOR,
information.
not the number 4. We didn't go lazy.
Just spell it out. Exactly how it sounds.
all about Justin, who he is, what he does, pictures of
The
himself.
baby is smiling, not crying. Just so we
Obviously-
know.
Yeah, obviously covered out for a reason. Yeah, if you-
Protect the children.
that's right. I mean, that seems like
damn,
it's a
you're
big
making
thing
a lot
for
of money
you, for
over
sure.
here.
That's an
apparently.
ornament
Oh, okay.
made out of glass. I'm not kidding.
Just making
Isn't
sure.
that awesome?
You're collecting donations. I just seen that your website
So
on live for
I
donations.
really don't want donations until after the primary,
Yeah.
when stuff really ramps up. I feel bad asking anybody for money.
Feel the same way.
It's not my nature. But if I've had friends that say, I really want to donate to you. Please let me. And finally, after being asked so many times, I'm like, here, I don't care if you donate or not. I'm not offended. Don't think you're going to hurt my feelings.
Yeah, exactly. You're not looking for a handout either.
I'm not doing this to raise money, to save in the bank, to run another campaign or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
So-
same way I was looking at it when I was planning to run. I was like, I don't even know if I want to even ask people for donations. I just
What do you do with that money if you have
you buy
anything left
signs, you buy.
over? What if you have anything left
So
over?
if you have leftover, you can either donate it to a charity,
Okay.
you can donate it to another political campaign, or you can work through your books and give people a percentage of their money back. So you pool it and you go, okay, this guy gave me $5, he gets 25 cents. This guy gave me $2,000, he gets
$100.
20
Yeah.
bucks.
but you can't take it for yourself.
No.
Okay,
Absolutely
That's-
not.
No.
Yeah.
That-
No, I'm just saying. That,
that one was pretty obvious. But
well, yeah, 100%. But you know,
Here's
the way I
another
see
thing.
it is you could play it around the system where you donate your money to another party and then the
We're not
party
in Cook County.
Crook County. Crook County.
I call it.
That's the best place
That's
ever.
where I live.
No, I play by the rules. It's
That's
the
the way
biggest
it should
thing.
be.
And my big thing is when I meet somebody, it's character. If you don't have character, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, if you don't have character and you're not a good person, you're just not a good person.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed. Agreed.
It comes down to that.
I mean,
Because-
it's pretty easy to figure that out.
I have friends that are Democrats where I can say, you know what? There's some points that I can understand where you come from. And they're like, well, I can understand where you come in here. And we come together and we have no issues.
Those are usually great conversations. is what they
100%.
are.
There's always middle ground.
Yeah.
There's
Yes.
always middle ground. I know that the politics are heavily divided right now.
Well, and look at the sheriff's office. You're not the sheriff of just Republicans or Democrats. You're the sheriff for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that open door policy extends to everybody,
Yeah, exactly. That makes a big difference.
from the radical left to the radical right to the middle. It doesn't matter. I
Yeah.
will treat everybody how I want my mom treated.
Exactly.
And
that's
that's what
a-
I'm running on, is character.
That's good. I mean, we like your character. You're a nice
Yeah.
guy. We had a very nice conversation, the conversation that we've had here. And, we found out a lot of information as well. But, I mean, I support you. I mean, I will more than gladly vote for you. I'm sure people out there that after listening to this will probably have a different perspective of who you are and what you're running for and everything else. And I hope, I'm wishing you good luck to get to that, past that primary, which is what it is now, right? Primary is March 17th
March
election.
17th on St. Patrick's Day. And the biggest thing is people actually have to get out and vote.
That's
And if you're I don't care if you're voting Democrat or Republican, get out and vote.
Watch any of our
That's the
episodes. We say that all the
biggest thing.
time. Yep.
I'll break it down. All right, last time for the primary for the sheriff, I believe 17,000 people came out. We have 110,000 registered Republicans. 17,000 came out.
Right.
that's crazy.
That's less than 10%.
Yeah. That's
And people go, "Well, I want change. I want change," and don't come out.
Go get it.
well, we've been literally
No,
preaching this for the
we've been
last couple of
preaching it.
episodes, like nonstop. Like, go out and
What
vote.
was the total for sheriff for the general election? 30,000, 34?
For general, which is both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a low turnout. That's the thing that people don't seem to understand is like
I think
turnout for president's high,
it is.
but everything else, the stuff that's really important, the stuff that's supposed to be that's close to your home, close to stuff that should be
That really matters.
matters to you and your community, right?
Well, school board, get out and vote for that.
We had those
These
people
are
in
the
here
kid-
before.
You're preaching
These
to
are
the
the-
choir over
These
here.
are the people teaching your children that
Yep.
have them for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah, imagine what they can teach them if they don't teach them the right things.
Yes.
I mean, we've seen plenty of examples of that.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. And so people need to realize that local elections are much more
Yes.
important than presidential, congressional, whatever they be. They're very important.
Well-
You decide where your money goes.
Yes.
That you pay your taxes on. You decide if you're deciding on which person you're voting for, and their policies may or may not reduce or increase your taxes.
Well, you know what? I have to give like an example of how I would like to be a sheriff is kind of how the mayor of New Lenox is. He is open to everybody. He sees perspectives. So shout out to Mayor Balderman, just saying he's a great mayor. He really is. He talks with both sides. He gives a perspective that both can say, yeah, well, that makes sense. And he gives reasons why he does what he does.
He tries to be bipartisan about it, right?
100%.
Yeah.
That's
Because he's the mayor for everybody. He's
Right.
not the mayor of Republicans or Democrats.
right.
And I think everybody's come to this point where they're just like, oh, if you're a Republican, I won't vote for you. Or you're a Democrat, I won't vote for you.
Yeah.
If my friends ran as Democrats and I know them and I know they have good character and they're not going to stray away and do anything corrupt, 100% I would vote for them.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. Even though sometimes I don't say that, I don't mean it that. Like I don't come off that way sometimes. But I'm open to people's like
Reasonable people.
I'm open to their
Reasonable.
ideas. I'm open to like their thoughts, their policies, whatever they may be. If it's just too far, it's just too far. It's just not going to happen.
Well,
at that
and
point,
when it comes to my school board is huge. There
very
was
big.
this lady running out of Frankfurt, and she's wanting to push trans ideology, and she wants to say that all white people are racist. I go, whoa!
yeah, what the
You're just gonna lump everybody into a pile and just call them racist because they voted for Trump?
exactly.
That makes no sense.
I mean, it's not.
Well, and
I don't understand some people.
And we're aware that not everybody's like that, right? Not every
No.
If you're a Democrat, not every Democrat thinks like that, right?
no.
The same thing if you're a Republican, not every Republican thinks like that, right? Not every Republican is a racist, and
It's the
Well-
the media likes to portray the extreme on both sides,
Right.
And that really ruins it for anybody that's in the 60%, and you got 15% that's getting all the attention,
Right.
and they're getting all the media, and they're like, "Well, look what Alex Jones said." Though a lot of stuff he said came true, which is
Kind of wild.
crazy to me.
Yeah. He's a crazy man himself, but some of the stuff he says is pretty crazy. That happened.
Just
But
like Mel Gibson.
Look at, I didn't know one Republican that laughed that anybody got shot during the ICE incidents. Not
yeah.
one.
Nobody.
Right.
After Charlie Kirk got,
Shot, killed,
well, we can't
Murdered?
say that.
You're not supposed to be killed, but
When that happened to Charlie Kirk, I saw people celebrating.
it's
And
crazy.
people I grew up with, and I was like, I thought I knew you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I
I
know
don't-
anybody that would celebrate somebody's
Death.
passing.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, that was a tough one. We were doing podcasts when that happened. Like not that day, but like I think the next day or whatever.
I think we did it the same day, actually.
it's pretty
because
messed
we were
up.
talking about it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, who cheers that kind of stuff?
I
Sick people. I think
would've
at this
I
point
would've
because I
wished
don't know
you
who
have-
else would it be.
You have to be.
Yeah. I wouldn't wish death upon anybody. I mean,
No,
I don't
No,
wish
yeah.
harm against anybody.
right.
And here, I tell everybody, I said, you know what? I might not have liked Joe Biden while he was president, but we still lived in the best country in the world.
100%.
Poland's getting there.
Glad you're
Poland is
aware.
getting
Glad
there.
you're aware.
Oh,
I mean, you could say that about
bless
you-
Poland.
but you could say that even now, right? People may hate on Trump. We still live in the best country out there.
100%.
Right? We live in a democracy that has lasted longer than any other kingdom, any other,
No, we're
for the
actually a
most
baby. We're only 250 years old. We are infants.
I
Yeah,
guess,
think about
I
it. Because
guess.
Poland's 1,000 years old.
But I'm saying like a consistent,
We are the
And we're
most successful in that amount of time.
right? Okay, maybe.
And
that-
we're not a democracy.
correction.
We are a constitutional republic,
Correct.
right.
not a democracy. Two different things. Just you can call it democracy, but constitutional republic is the actual.
Well, here's another shout out that you should check out. The Sean Thompson Show. He's on from 4 to 7 on AM 560. Top notch.
yeah.
Pull up his podcast and just listen to one episode.
Okay, I definitely
He
will.
calls out Republicans. He calls out Democrats. He is firm, fair, and consistent.
It's exactly how it should be.
That's how it should be.
And that's what we were taught when I worked in the prison. Be firm, fair, and consistent. Do not stray from what you're supposed to do, and you will not run into problems.
Well, hopefully, when you're running for sheriff and you
I'm
get
assuming
it-
that's your goal.
yeah, I'm assuming that's your goal. But hopefully, when you're running for sheriff, you get out of the primary, get to general, win that general. Hopefully, you stick to those things that you're saying, and we, hope to have a young, smart, experienced, dedicated sheriff in Will County. I mean, that's what we really want. Obviously, you had ideas for the programs about catching those people that need to be caught.
Well, and there's
basically.
also other programs that need to be implemented. So the other one is the elderly, is them being victims of these guys from India calling from Norton and all that stuff. We have the technology where we can pinpoint where they're at
Correct.
and actually work with Indian government. I'm going to not say that their punishment is probably as severe as we'd like, but they post them all over the internet
Yeah.
and take their picture. And
Do you watch Scammer Payback?
I do.
I was just telling Paul about this a couple weeks ago.
And he's blue haired.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe it.
Wow.
His name is Pierogies.
Is it?
Pierogi.
Yeah. That's what he goes by. His name is Pierogies.
That's funny.
He said that before too. He's like, I give the information to the Indian government or wherever. He's like, they don't like they'll arrest them.
But
They
charge
don't
them
say-
with
They
what?
don't-
do their mug shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
and they usually release them right after, right? But now he started to just delete everything.
Oh,
in their
virus.
system. Just
Big time.
yeah. He
He moves his mouse and it's like, ah.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. He's got white hat hackers working for him.
yeah.
Big time.
Literally, if you ever watch his videos, all of his people that he works with,
Geniuses.
and they always have their face covered.
They must be anonymous.
They could be.
They could be. Listen, Justin, thank you for coming on.
Oh,
Thank
I
you
got
for the-
one more aspect.
What you got?
for
What you got? Let's go.
Going back to the FBI thing. All right. So I don't know if this is known fact. I was talking with the FBI agent, and anybody under the age of 18, it doesn't matter if it's a terroristic threat or anything, the FBI will not prosecute. So it's our job as the county sheriff's office. If there's a person doing a swatting call and they're in Nevada, we can go to the state's attorney, ask for a warrant, get a search warrant, coordinate with Nevada, fly there, and arrest that person.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
That's crazy.
But the
amazing.
FBI can't do it because they're underage.
Yeah, because you mentioned that before that FBI can't touch anybody who's under 17. You said
Correct.
but local.
Local law enforcement can go over state lines. So what I was always told is, oh, well, if it goes over state lines, there's nothing we can do.
Out of our jurisdiction, right?
And that's not the case.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So I want to expand, and I want to make these people an example that try to hurt our children and take advantage of our elderly.
Yeah. Especially
Because we have couriers that take the money from our elderly people.
Correct.
And they FedEx it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're,
Yeah.
you're
India.
never supposed to ship money, but they tell you to ship money. Like literally ship money.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I've heard of it.
hundreds.
Yeah.
I've heard of it before.
Well, also, I was gonna say across state lines, like we're literally in what's called the tri-state area, right? So it's not like you should be like states should be helping each other and working together. It's
And here's the other thing, though, is what people teach each other. Well, state goes over state lines, federal.
yeah,
If
Yeah,
you're
that's what I've
if
heard.
you're over 18, if you're under 18, no, there's nothing you're getting arrested for.
Interesting.
good to
Well,
know.
good to know. I mean, that's good information to have. I mean, but at the same time,
Well, I thank the FBI agent that told me that. Well, also, I have my brother's stepfather-in-law. His mother-in-law got remarried, and he actually directed the FBI out here. And I have his phone number. He says, you can call me anytime you want. You need advice, I can hook you up with the right people to get you in the right direction. So if we run into road bumps,
and you're sheriff.
and I can call him and be like, hey, I'm having an issue with this. What's the right direction I can take that we can get this solved? And I have that access where we can get things
You
taken
have the
care of.
resources.
You seem
have
like the right man
resources.
for the job.
Yeah.
Is what it seems like. And I'm like I said, we're happy to have you on and have
Well,
this
I
conversation.
appreciate you
was,
having me on.
It was a very good conversation, a lot of information, but also to let people know out there who you are, what you represent, what you're running for. I'm a big fan of yours because the whole protecting the children and everything. It's a rough world out there, and
Well, and I'll tackle one thing that everybody asks, is they ask about ICE. Okay? It's against state law to work with ICE and let them know that we have somebody in our custody. So what they'll do, the state of Illinois, they will decertify an officer. So I can't risk a guy that's been here for 15 years to work with ICE and have him be decertified and lose his pension.
that's messed up.
It's really
It is.
messed up.
It's the state law, and hopefully we get a new governor. That's what
Hopefully.
I'm hoping for.
That's why people need to go out and vote. Like literally,
100%.
people need to go out and vote if
But-
you want to make the right, if you want to make a difference or make a change,
Vote,
you gotta go
vote,
vote.
vote.
You gotta go vote.
But
Your
what I'm
vote counts.
dedicated to is if ICE is out here and they're doing operations, we will not impede. We will not object to them. And if they call for help, just like any other citizen, if they're being attacked, we will respond with the appropriate force. So we will treat them just like any other citizen or any other officer.
Great to know.
It's good to know. I mean, impeding ICE is probably not in the best interest of anyone, and then people get shot.
Right.
I mean,
there's plenty of examples
You
of that.
fop and that's what you
unfortunate.
get. That's what it's unfortunate for sure. I mean, you don't want that kind of stuff happening, but at the same time, it's like if you're really messing with law enforcement, no matter what law enforcement it is, there are consequences for your actions. So I mean, that's just the way. There's a reason for law enforcement. And that's it. I like your pin. Very nice
Thank you.
pin.
I got another one. It's an eagle with a flag. It's gorgeous.
Should have brought that
You
one.
need a Polish pen. You need a Polish
it's on
pen
my
the other
other.
side.
It's on my other suit.
Yeah, you need a Polish
You know,
pen
I
on
am
the
a
side.
little Polish too.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, you speak some of the words.
You also have the last name to fit the bill.
Nah, you got to put the ski on the end.
We don't have a ski in our last name.
Yeah, but Fialko ski.
Fialko ski.
But
Serious. If you Google it, that's the most common Fialko aspect.
Fialko?
Really?
Is with the ski
well,
on the end.
I would assume Fialko ski, right?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you wanna give a little sign off?
Yeah,
little,
before we head
little,
out.
little message before we head out.
Well, thank you guys for having me. I look forward to becoming your next sheriff and working with the community and opening up the sheriff's office to everybody. And I'm open to any suggestions or something on the website. We actually, on the bottom, you have a questions and comments. So if you have anything that you want to ask me, it'll be directly sent to my Gmail, and I will respond.
Awesome.
So if there's other questions or you want me to get more detail about something, send me an email, and I will respond to you.
You're getting more signs, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Good. Bring some over. We'll
I
spread the
got
word.
one for you tonight.
Good. We appreciate you coming on. Again, Marson, hit that button.
Just like
Subscribe.
you, just like
subscribe,
I'll hit
share.
the button, just like you need to hit the subscribe button.
And follow us on Facebook. Follow.
Wait, I'm
you
a
know-
cop. I love hitting buttons. Which
No,
one?
we're-
I'll tell you which one at the
Yeah,
end.
like, oop, oop.
help us grow our channel. Help us get more interesting conversations on here.
And if you're interested in coming on and talking,
yeah, anybody,
feel free to reach out.
Anybody
And
who
vote
wants
Justin
to come on,
for sheriff, of course.
of course, Justin for
Justin
sheriff.
Fialko.
That's right. If you were in politics or if you want to just talk about whatever, come on down. If you're open to having a conversation with us,
It doesn't have to be about politics.
it doesn't have to be about politics. It could be about whatever. But
If you want to talk about space,
My
and
real question is, since it's my first podcast, am I welcome back?
of course, dude, everybody's welcome back. We're definitely gonna come
I
to a
like
point
this.
soon in the future where we're gonna have reoccurring guests.
yeah,
for sure.
A lot of people want to come back on.
Yeah, because they still have a lot more to talk about.
yeah.
First podcast, really enjoyed it.
I'm glad
I'm
you
glad
enjoy
you
it.
enjoyed
That's we enjoyed it as well.
I'm going to be honest. Probably can't watch it. I don't like my own voice.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate watching.
Oh, I love watching these
I hate
podcasts when I
watching
watch them.
my
I
own
watch them
podcasts.
all the
My
time.
kids are like, I can't wait to see you on the internet.
I'm like, I can.
I'm like, you can watch it.
Without me.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having
Have
me.
a
I
good night.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
Vote for Justin. Justin
Thank
for
you, guys.
sheriff for Wood County. Have a good one. Good night.